So annoyed today. Wanted to sleep in. So, she could be down here. Wanted to sleep in. And I get up, have my shower. Spiderweb. Get up, have my shower. And I realize the dog's not here. No idea where she is. So I'll check here. She might be in her study treehouse. I have to search all the perimeters because there's the fence lines that she targets. If there's any way to get out, it'll be the fence line. Because that's where she gets freedom from. I just have to virtually walk around. Hopefully she hasn't been bitten by a snake or anything. She's always testing these fence lines. They've been pretty intact. But I feel very disheartened that I haven't had any real problem with her except for today. She's suddenly disappeared. No idea where. She's always running along the fence line, so I'm going to have to do a full march around every perimeter to make sure that she hasn't dug herself a freedom hole. This is where she found the little the dead little animal. I'm pretty sure like this tree branch fell and the animal came down with it. She was rummaging around here somewhere. I didn't see an adult. It's a little baby one though. And it died because I didn't know what to do with it. I was still sort of making up my mind. I wasn't sure who to contact, and I was thinking I'll have to just get dressed and walk it down to the vet maybe. But it died before I managed to figure out who the hell I should contact, and then I'm like it literally had 10 minutes. So, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't have done anything with it. Yeah, I was ignoring the dog today. Yeah, no, but that was very sad. It was a little flying fox. It was a little baby. I was like, oh. And so I've sort of researched, done my research to know who to call, and it's like RSPCA, you got the vets, you got this and that. And lots of independent organizations who could look after that little thing better than you. And so I'm like, I just wasn't prepared, and I was freaking out, not knowing what to do, when I should know. You just call someone who knows what to do with it. Independent organization that looks after animals. They've got little scouts all over the place. And RSPCA is another one, and your local vets, another. So I was like, I didn't ring the local vet to see if they could pick it up. I thought I'd have to walk it down because I can't drive, literally. And so I was preparing to walk it down, and sort of died while I was sort of fiddling around with, carrier bags or carrier cups or whatever you call it, a little tray to carry it in, and the idea of ditching work to and I had to get dressed too. I wasn't dressed at all. Had to get dressed to walk down, and that always takes many minutes of which the little thing needs help, and then I was researching into it. I'm like, you dunce, how do you not know? I was trying to remember this wildlife organisation I used to volunteer for. And I couldn't remember. I was like, what the hell was that wildlife organisation's name? If I had my stuff, I could open my certificate book. I've got a certificate from it. Like, I just couldn't remember it. And I'm like, yeah, so I was just too slow. You know, really needed like you to know what you're doing and then to know exactly what you're doing. So it would have been saved, but I had to bury it. And it was so sad. On the positive side, I waited a whole day. I laid it out in the sun. I put it like in a incubation in a way underneath some plastic to see if the warmth would help it revive or anything. You know, it's kind of being a little generous. It took me like 24 hours to bury it, just in case. Oh, maybe it's just like unconscious, or maybe it's like, but it was literally not breathing. And so after 24 hours, I dug it a hole, I buried it. I noticed many ants crawling around the dirt, which I covered over it. And so obviously a nice treat for the ants. And probably well into the decomposing stage by now. Not decomposing like ants feast. Literally, like there were like the whole soil was flooded with ants, and yes, it was, and so they would have just jumped on it and literally started demolishing the physical body of it right away. So if I hadn't buried it today, it'd be probably like lots of ants, worms, all these other things that want to just feast. Something smells kind of dead around here. And hopefully it's not my dog, bitten by a snake or something. Yeah, anyway, it's not actually my dog, it's just like I'm responsible for it and I was ignoring her. You know, that's another story, but yeah, obviously by now, because there's so many ants, they've probably like totally feasted it down. So within a couple of days, I guess, the poor little endangered species flying fox. But now I've got like a heap of numbers on my phone, so it's like if I can't get anyone nearby coming for assistance right away, I can get someone else and someone else. You know, just keep calling, no matter who it is. Even the vet, you know, just call the vet. You know, maybe they can pick it up and give it assistance. But yeah. What's that? Is that a bury hole? Because that could be Freedom. Looks like big enough. And that gate is open, so she could have buried here. Buried herself Freedom. Look at that. That's dog fur. Look at it. Maybe that's what happened. She buried Freedom. She got her Freedom here, maybe. I don't know. Looks like it. I should take a walk down the street. I'm wearing the most wrinkled shirt today. Oh, here's another hole. Is this another hole? Yeah, I'm wearing the most wrinkled shirt today. I'd be embarrassed to kind of walk down the street wearing it. I think that might have been her escape route today. A little bury hole. She's definitely not on the property. Good thing she didn't touch here though. She didn't really touch here. Usually she tries to bury over there. So I think that's it. I think that's her escape. She's on the street. Silly dog. It serves me right though. I should have gotten up and fed her, and I was sort of being lazy because I work 6 days a week, bloody. And my head rings when like fuck it, I want to sleep. And she's a bowl of energy because she sleeps all day. And yeah. I don't know where she is, but it's annoying me that she broke. I was doing so well with her until today. Ah, she's over next door.